one can secure the bag.
Get the bag, King Walker.
Let's go, 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 get some money, fuck they plan. I told her take this plan B and stop playing. I'm tired of buying jewelry, finna buy some land. They still trying to figure out who I am, who I be.
What up, though? What's cracking, Scorpio? I hope that all of my beautiful and my handsome Scorpios out there are doing well. So this is going to be your money messages for your career, your finance, your entrepreneur. Whatever you need to know, baby, these are your money messages. So if anything resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you're interested in a personal, my email will be in the description box below. All right, so we have surrender to the divine. So we just had the full moon, whatever be a full moon coming up next month. I don't know, something about the full moon. This is your time to surrender. So I feel like when it comes to your career, your money right now, like you've been trying to navigate this storm, because I'm hearing for some of you, it's been a storm, right? And it's like you've been trying to control the situation, you've been trying to navigate through this storm. But it's like it's time to surrender. Like your concerns, your worries, your fears, when it comes to your career and your finance, surrender it to the universe. Give them your problems. You know, when it comes to your money, give them your worries and concerns. Let them handle it versus you trying to be in control, okay? You have a new start that is coming, okay? So we just had the new moon, which was yesterday and today, in Sagittarius, okay? So I feel like this new moon is kind of presenting a new energy around you. So if you're someone who you feel like you've been trying to, pull the reins, you've been trying to control the situation when it comes to your career and your finances, you're about to experience something new in your life. This can be a job offer. This can be an opportunity to make more money. Like something is going to happen, a fresh start, I heard, is coming in for you. All right, now we have a time to give rather than to take. So this talks about just balance. So I feel like for some of you, if you're trying to usher in abundance, money into your life, donate. This can be a time to donate to the Goodwill, donate to a cause. It doesn't have to be monetarily. If you don't have money, it doesn't have to be anything money. It can be clothes, some canned goods, something that you're not using here. This is going to kind of help to usher in this energy of abundance for you guys, okay? So let's pull some advice and money messages for you guys and see what it is that you need to know. Scorpio, career and finance. What money messages do you have for Scorpio at this time? I love you, Scorpio. Something about your heart chakra as well, okay? As you heal your inner child, as you open up your heart to love, for some of you, this is going to be able to kind of spread the energy of abundance. So, your heart can be blocked. It can be closed off due to, your finances, things not going the way that you want to. But just remember, a fresh start. I feel like a lot of us have closed out a very hard cycle when it comes to our money. Like we had to learn to build a better relationship with money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about you guys, but Sheila, my money ain't right, Scorpio. I don't feel right. I'm mad. I feel some type of way. I'm upset. I'm frustrated too, okay? So it's like you have to learn to give rather than to receive at this time, okay? Maybe you're supposed to be giving a lot of yourself, your time, and your energy, to be able to open up the energy for receiving. So let's get some advice from Spirit. What messages do you have, okay? We have make peace with your past and current situations. Yeah, remember I just said something. Come on through, Spirit. Remember, I just said something about your heart chakra. So this can be family, this can be friends, this can be co-workers, these can be jobs that you felt like didn't handle you right, who didn't treat you right, who took advantage of you. But you have to make peace with those situations. You can't harbor that energy of resentment. You can't harbor those negative feelings because it's kind of like you're blocking your own blessing. So you have to make peace with your past. Anything that happened in a past job, relationship wise, whatever it is, in whatever current situations that you have going on as well, okay? Tell us more. All right, we have initiative. So you're going to have to make some type of initiative here. You're going to have to be the one to make a first move. If there's something that you're wanting to do, you're going to have to say something to somebody, okay? This can be start a conversation. So let's say you're interested in some type of new position. You know, it may be up to you to go to your supervisor, be like, hey, I heard y'all was going to be posting a new opening for this and that, or hey, I heard such and such. Like, let them know that you're interested in something. You know, you can't always wait for people to come to you. You have to show initiative. You have to show that you're interested as well, okay? Messages for Scorpio, career and finances. All right, now you're being called to make a plan. All right, this can be a business plan. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're thinking about starting your own business, maybe you have a side hustle that you want to turn into a full-time business. Make a plan. You know, make a 6-month plan. What are you going to do with this business in the next year, the next year and a half, 5 years, okay? This can be a financial plan. How are you going to make more money? If you have your own business, how are you going to increase your revenue here? Just make some type of future plan that's going to help you build yourself, give you some goals, give you something to work towards here, okay? Let's pull a couple more. Messages for my Scorpios when it comes to their career and finances. Oh, shit, hold on, y'all. All right, so we have gather your thoughts. So I feel like you can be in your head, especially if things ain't going the right way. Okay, if you feel like things are not going your way, money is not coming in the way that you expect it to, you have to gather your thoughts so that you can make this plan. Well, how are you going to move forward? This could have been just a learning tool for you, you know, but how are you going to move forward in the future? So I feel like you're being called to gather your thoughts, get out your head, you know, don't feel like whatever has happened is going to be like, I feel like you've gone through some temporary things, but because you're in your head, it's kind of like you feel like this situation, this energy is going to be permanent, and it doesn't have to be here, okay? So let's pull a money message, and then we're going to get into a little bit of tarot to kind of piggyback on some of the things that we said. If anything is resonating for you guys so far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Messages for my Scorpio's career and finance. So we have silence, moving in silence while you continue to build. All right, so this guy has his hand over his mouth. So right now, as you're continuing to build your business, because things are not the way that you want it to be, okay? Whatever you're going through now, this is not how it's going to be forever. But it's like you can't be sharing your ideas. You can't be sharing your thoughts. You can't be sharing your business plans with everybody, okay? Silence is the best way to increase your personal power. Sharing too much too soon. Not everyone is going to be honest and trustworthy. That means you can have people that try to steal your ideas. You can have people that's going to try to send you negative energy, try to delay whatever it is that you're doing. They can't stop shit. But hell, you don't want to have no delays either, okay? So I have moving silence here, okay? Moving in silence while you continue to build and not let everybody know what's going on. You ain't always got to let your left hand know what your right hand got going on, okay? This can be co-workers. They're going to be asking you, why was you talking to the supervisor? I seen you over there talking to the boss. Like, what you talking to boss man about? What you talking to boss man, woman about? Tell them to mind their fucking business and ain't got nothing to do with them, okay? So let's pull just a little bit of tarot to kind of piggyback on some of the things that we've been saying. Messages for my Scorpios. What is it that they need to know? All right, we got 10 of Swords. So for some of you, some type of career or job could have ended, and we have a new start is coming. So you may have felt like you losing your job. You know, this is like the end of the world. But sometimes Spirit has to close the door. Sometimes we don't be wanting to be the ones that close the door. Spirit has to close a particular door to allow a new opportunity to come your way, okay? So you could have been guided to walk away from a particular job here, you know, and you could have been on this job for years. You know, you've invested a lot of time and energy, but guess what? That job wasn't for you anymore. Some of you could be retiring right now, you know, so you've ended some type of career. In the next few years, next few months, you know, you're ready to retire, but you're trying to figure out, okay, now what am I going to do now here, okay? You can be seeing angel numbers 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. Okay, you could be seeing that, but I was trying to say 10, 10. All right, tell us more. So maybe you guys have it in your head trying to contemplate about what the future is going to hold for you. All right, but we got the Queen of Pentacles, but this kind of came out crossing. So I feel like for some of you, you were guided to walk away from a particular job because you got comfortable. You got a little bit too comfortable with this job, okay? You became lazy and you weren't able to make decisions, or something here at this job was blocking your energy. It's like you weren't going to get, like wherever you were, whether you was entry level, supervisor level, wherever you were at this particular job, I feel like that was as high as you can go. You know what I'm saying? And so Spirit had to close that door, had to, have you walk away from that job. And you'll wonder, why did I lose this job? Why did I get fired? Why was I guided to do something else? But I don't know exactly what it is. Because there's a new start coming. Spirit has something new in store for you, okay? Tell us more. Nine of Cups, yeah, because whatever you were looking for, I feel like you weren't happy. You really weren't satisfied with this job. A lot of people, y'all, go to work, and that's what they do. They go to work because they gotta fucking pay the bills. They gotta have a job to go to. But it's like you weren't happy with what you were getting out of this particular job. That's why you were guided to walk away here, okay? This satisfaction, whatever it was you were looking for, it was gonna come with a heavy price. You were emotionally exhausted. You were physically drained from this job. You weren't happy. You weren't content. So what was the point of keeping on in a particular job here? And it was like you were just making yourself lazy because, you kind of was a routine. You weren't doing nothing new. I don't know about you, Scorpio, but I like to do stuff new. Like I like routines, but at the same time, I need a little bit of excitement with my job. I don't want to be like, what is it, mundane. You don't want to keep on doing the same shit over and over again. So I feel like some of you were guided to walk away. A door could have been closed on you. You could have gotten fired. But that was because Spirit had something else better in store for you, okay? A new start was coming for you guys. Let's pull one more. Then we're going to close this out with a money message. Messages for my Scorpios. I love you, Scorpio. The Chariot, yeah, now you're going to be able to move forward. You're going to be in the driver's seat when it comes to your career, but Spirit wanted you to learn how to strategize. If something wasn't working out here, okay, well, what can I do better? I'm really picking up, this is for my entrepreneurs. You have to learn how to always keep up fresh ideas here. Have a fresh mind here. Strategize, especially if you have your own business. You got competition out there, but how are you going to compete with these other businesses here? Some of you could be traveling for work, or you can be connected with someone who travels a lot. But I feel like this ending, something here was strategically done by the universe because they had something better in store for you, okay? So let's close out this money message. Messages for my Scorpios. I love you guys, and once again, I hope something here has resonated for you. All right, so let's pull a money message to close out this reading for Scorpio. What do they need to know? All right, Clover. Yeah, for some of you, baby, this is about to be your lucky break. This new start that's coming your way, this is about to be a lucky break. Some of you could gamble. You got some good fortune coming your way. You could be seeing some four-leaf clovers. Maybe you're going to take a risk at doing something here. But you have risky business. I'm really picking up for my entrepreneurs. Okay, when you're an entrepreneur, when you're creating your own income, like it can be risky because you don't ever know. You don't always make money. You know what I'm saying? Me being in my business, I don't always make the money that I want or need. But I feel like you're in for some type of happy surprise. Things are going to go surprisingly better than what you thought here. Now, you can have a job where you work outdoors. Maybe you do something with finances here, but whatever it was, I feel like you got too comfortable. And Spirit didn't want you to get comfortable. They always want to keep you on your toes here, okay? All right, you guys, I love you. And until next time, stay blessed.